Probably I spend more time with those guys than probably any of the other players. Just you know, Brian Bohannon coaches the quarterbacks, and he does a great job with those guys. But just the essence of calling the plays and being around them and doing that thing, I'm probably around them more than the other guys.
I want to ask you more of a broader question. The ACC hasn't necessarily been in the national conversation in terms of championships in recent years. Why do you think that is? Why do you think there hasn't been a dominant team?
Well, I can answer for the last 2 years. Prior to that, I don't really know. I think there's been tremendous balance the last couple of years, and you've had a bunch of really good teams, maybe not a great team. And you know, I think if you look this year, if you look at the Coastal Division of our league, there's probably going to be 4 teams ranked in the top 25 preseason. There's probably not another division in any conference in college football that can say that. So it's a lot of good teams. Nobody has really taken the step to get to that next level. I think that there's certainly some teams capable of that, but it just, you know, it just hadn't happened.
Are there pitfalls of parity then? That, I don't know.
Well, it makes it tough. Well, I don't think about it hurts recruiting, but I think that what happens is certainly when you beat up on each other, that's not a good thing. And if you look, so much of having a team in a national championship game, or a large part of it, so many times it's where you start out. And if you start out in the top, you know, 5 or up there, you can afford to lose a game sometimes and get back. If you don't start out up there, once you lose, it's hard to ever get back. And you know, there's a lot of factors I think that go into it.
Roddy was asked yesterday who the next Jonathan Dwyer is, and his response was Anthony Allen, because he thinks he's actually even more versatile. How good can Anthony be, and can you use him a little bit differently than Jonathan?
Well, I think Anthony can be a good player. We've also got some other guys at that position: Lucas Cox, Richard Watson, Preston Lyons. We've got several guys we feel good about there. I don't know if we want to use him any different than John. John had a pretty good career. And
is he more versatile? Can you use him a little bit?
Anthony more versatile than John? I don't know if I'd say that. John was pretty versatile. I mean, John had great outside speed. He was a good inside. I think Anthony's a very good player, and I hope that our production won't fall off at that position. I don't think it will. But you know, I'm not ready to pronounce anybody better than John Dwyer until I see it on the field.
It's fair to say that within the conference anyway, the results the last couple of years and maybe some of the banter you guys have had, that Virginia Tech is maybe your team's biggest rival in this league.
Well, I don't know.
You kind of enjoy that back and forth. It's a good thing.
Well, I think we have a great deal of respect for what Frank has done at Virginia Tech and their football program. So anytime you have a chance to play them, the last 2 years it's been for first place in our division most of the time. And you know, my first year they beat us up there, and we ended up tying for the division, and they won head-to-head. And last year we were fortunate enough to beat them. But you know, there's a lot of good teams in our division. We've got a lot of rivals. Certainly, we have a lot of respect for Virginia Tech, but you know, there's a lot of good teams that we got to play in the league this year.